I've got the CurlMix shirt. And of course, I've got the CurlMix products. I've tried them all. I figured out that watermelon is my favorite. I like the way my hair feels. It's easy. And my CurlMix motto is live simple. And that's exactly what it does for me. I love my the freedom I have to get in the shower, you get out of the shower. I love my CurlMix sisters and brothers. I love all your videos. I love Kim and Tim. And if you hadn't tried CurlMix, you better get you some.
Hello everyone and welcome to Wash and Go Wednesday with CurlMix. I am Tim, COO and co-founder of CurlMix, and I'm here flying solo today without my co-host Kim. She had a meeting, a very important meeting to go to, so I will be your only host, along with our stylist in residence, Miss Andra Renee, aka Hair Cousin on Instagram, and our lovely model, Miss Ivory, has joined us in the studio today as well. But this Wash and Go Wednesday, we're going to do something a little bit different. So first and foremost, if you don't know what Wash and Go Wednesday is, let me tell you. We are here to teach you, number one, how to get the best wash and go ever using our simple 4-step system, the CurlMix method, and using our products, our CurlMix Wash and Go system. Now, normally, we would go through all 4 steps and show you how to get that best wash and go ever, but today is going to be something a little bit different. We're going to show you how you can do an alternative style using those same products with the same principles, because we talk about it all the time. Hair is hair, and while not everybody may want to do a wash and go or can do a wash and go, there are still options available for you. And number one, and the other thing is, there are principles about healthy hair that you can learn and apply to your routine, whether you're doing a wash and go, a twist out style, a bun, a ponytail, what have you. You're going to be able to use the same principles of healthy hair and apply those things. And that's what we're going to teach today. And so I'm going to shout out a couple of my top curl mixers, the OG triple OGs. Like, I saw Charlene, I see you Pamela, hey Olivia, hey Joanna. Thank you all for joining us. We have a huge dedicated audience here who join us week after week at CurlMix. We want to thank you guys for joining us for Wash and Go Wednesday. And if you're here for your first time, let me let you in on a couple secrets. Number one, we are going to be giving away hundreds of dollars of free CurlMix products all night long, but you have to do something for me. You have to share the live. So when you get in, share the live, write a little comment, let us know that you shared it. You can share it on your page, you can share it in a Facebook group you're a part of. As long as you share it, that'll help you be eligible for any of the giveaways that we do tonight. And then also, we are going to be doing some serious trivia tonight, because we are partnering this Wash and Go Wednesday with Urban Intellectuals. and we will be doing our Black History trivia almost all night long tonight. And this particular set of cards here is from Urban Intellectuals. It's our Black History flashcards, and this volume features specifically women, prominent women throughout Black history. So if you guys are ready to learn and have fun and participate, let me see it in the comments. All right, and we'll start with our share giveaways first, and then we'll move on to our Black History trivia. But like every Wash and Go Wednesday, like every Wash and Go Wednesday, there is a flash sale. So if you want to get these Black History flashcards, all you have to do is participate in that flash sale. Use the link in the description, or and check out with CurlMix.com using the code WGWFEB12. Almost messed that up there. WGWFEB12. Check out with that code, and with every order tonight, for the first 100 orders or so, we are going to be giving away those Black History flashcards. All right, and you'll also notice right now we are getting into step 1 using our products. We are cleansing the hair. Stirring up really nicely. And so I'm going to go ahead and pick a few of our first share giveaway winners. I'm going to announce those, let you guys know what you can win, and then we'll keep it rolling from there. So Andrea, can you walk us through what you're doing?
Yes, we are on step 1, so we are shampooing. This is very important. It's the next step after saturating with water, which is the most important part and component to any wash and go, any set period, because you want to be styling clean hair, okay? So we're going to cleanse, condition, and style. And so as always, we start with water, we saturate because that's going to help our products move. That's also what we want. We want hydrated hair. And so then next we do what we're doing now. We're going through the shampoo phase. We get it thoroughly saturated with products, and we just go in there and get to their scalp. So very important part, the scalp and the hair are two separate things. They have different capabilities. The hair is it's like nails. I forget the word for it, but it is an extension. Let's go with that. It's an extension. And so it has its own unique way of being cared for, and the scalp is distinct. So the scalp has those excretory properties, just like the rest of the skin. So when you sweat, when those toxins and leftover hormones and things that your body gets rid of come out, they come out through that scalp as well. And so it's very important to get in there and scrub. So one of the things that I started doing when I first got these nail extensions is like really trying to get in there, and I started using the nails as opposed to the pads of the fingers, and I scratched myself pretty badly. Pretty badly. And so I recommend sticking to the pads of those fingers, okay? So you're gonna get in there and we're just gonna scrub. So tell me, Ivory, where are you itchy?
In the back.
In the back.
Like at the nape.
And I get that often because it's like, okay, it's back there, it's hot, and you got a lot of hair. So I lift up just slightly and just make sure you get in there with those pads. Now, there's nothing wrong with using your nails just a little bit if you need to, but be careful because the scalp is tender. So you also don't want to, do any damage to it, have any abrasions or things like that.
Yeah, I know I am guilty of using my nails often because it kind of it feels good, scratching that itch. But Kim always tells us, like, do not scratch your scalp. But as you all know, I'm also on my little curl journey here, and I saw the comments earlier. Yes, my curls are popping today. I feel like this is the best wash and go I've ever gotten. But there are a couple key lessons I've learned along the way. Number one for me was I was using way too much product. So last week I was like nice and crunchy, but this week it's nice and soft. It's a crisp on there, but the definition is a lot better. So that was my lesson for the week. Use less product, and then don't scratch your scalp. So the other cool thing is I deep conditioned for the very first time. And it just changed everything. I feel like that's why I really got the best wash and go ever. Thank you, Trina. She said, yes, Tim's curls are popping. They're doing all right. I really enjoy this journey. It's been a process. It takes time. I feel like in the beginning my hair wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do, but that's what, like Andra always says, it was in a chronically dry state, and I feel like now we're in that nice sweet spot of chronically hydrated. So the styling is coming out very, very different. Also, like I said, I've deep conditioned for the first time, and that's because CurlMix has some really cool stuff brewing. So if you guys are excited about deep conditioning, stay focused for the next couple days. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and that you've joined the mailing list. So if you go to CurlMix.com, you'll see that pop up, or on the bottom of the page, join the mailing list, because there are some surprises coming your way with CurlMix Fresh. Alright, that's all I can say. I probably have said too much. Let's get to a giveaway. Alright, so we are rinsing out that shampoo, and then I'm going to do our first share giveaway. So remember, if you want to be eligible for any of the giveaways tonight, you, number one, need to share the live, and then two, if you've won in the last in the last 30 days, you won't be eligible tonight, but we want to spread that wealth around. But if you don't win these giveaways, there'll be plenty more. We'll do about 10 tonight, so there are lots of opportunities to win. So tonight we will be giving away our lavender wash and go system featuring organic jojoba oil. This one is perfect for moisturizing, and it features that organic jojoba oil because that jojoba oil is what is most like the natural sebum you produce on your scalp, and it helps to penetrate the strands and moisturize those curls. So our first winner is Melody Lark. Melody Lark. Congratulations, Melody Lark. You shared the live. You got the box. All right, it is on the way. All you have to do is take a screenshot of the end of this live and send it to us at info@curlmix.com along with your name and address, and we will we'll get that sent out to you ASAP. And then also, I mentioned this earlier, but we partnered with Urban Intellectuals for Black History Month, and we will be giving away our Black History flashcards with every order you make tonight using the code. But then we'll also be using the cards to do some Black History trivia featuring prominent women throughout Black history. And I feel like it's time to start the trivia. If you guys are excited for the trivia, don't worry, I already see the hearts and the thumbs up going, the likes. I think you guys are ready. If everybody's paying attention, I'm going to read the first card. And the way this works is really, really easy. We played this on Friday, if you guys joined us on Friday, as we watch. Are you moving on to step 2 now?
Yeah, in a second.
Right. Yeah, so we're almost on step 2. But if you guys joined us on Friday, you will see, you would have participated and actually gone head-to-head against Kim in your Black History trivia. We had about 6 winners beat Kim out, and it was a lot of fun. So we're going to do the same thing tonight, except Kim won't be here. You guys are going to be playing against each other. And the way this works is I'm going to read successive clues off of this card, and then you guys have to guess who I am talking about. All right? The first correct answer I see will win a lavender wash and go system. If you guys are ready, here it goes. This person is an American professional tennis player and philanthropist. I'm going to take a couple seconds in between each clues to give you guys opportunities to guess. All right? She donates, oh, sorry, I skipped ahead here. No guesses yet. Let's read another one. She raised in a tennis-focused family alongside her professional playing sister. Oh, not Althea Gibson. That was a good guess. And it looks like we got the correct answer. The correct answer from Facebook. It is Ms. Pamela Catherine Deloach. Pamela Catherine Deloach. You are our winner. She got it on the second clue, y'all. It is Serena Williams. I figured I'd go modern for this first one. Get you guys into it, you know, but it's going to get a little bit more difficult as things go on. So you guys got to stay focused. But congratulations. to our first winner. You guys can stop guessing. I see all of it coming in now. But forget the name. It just left me. We want to scroll back up and we'll find out who that was in just a second. But you are the winner of your very own lavender wash and go system. All you have to do is take a screenshot at the end of this live, send it to us at info@curlmix.com, and make sure those of you who all want to participate. And that winner again, that was Pamela Catherine DeLoach. Congratulations, Pamela. If you want to participate in our trivia, you have to share the live in order to be eligible. All right, and now we're moving on to step 2 in the process, which is our conditioning phase. So we're going to start conditioning the hair using our conditioner with Ultra Slip, and it is honestly a really great all-around conditioner. Number one, if you don't have a deep conditioner, you can leave it in the hair for a little while longer to get like a mini deep conditioning effect. That's what we like to say, but it is perfect for detangling and conditioning. And so as you apply that, Andrea, what are some of the keys people can focus on as they are applying conditioner, or as they're moving into that second step? Of course, you always want to make sure your hair is completely soaking wet, right? Because after that first step, your cuticles are open, your hair is clean, and it's ready to accept water. And we know that conditioner is supposed to lock in that moisture. But are there some specific things that they can kind of apply?
Yeah. So the first step to transitioning to step 2 or your conditioner is to rinse out all the shampoo. And that's, it's like, oh, that's common sense, but you'd be amazed that when you have a little bit left over, that can actually affect how you do your set, because we don't want the conditioner to be competing with shampoo to get to the hair. So always get that thoroughly rinsed out completely. And then next, whenever you're applying, whether it's shampoo, whether it's conditioner, whatever the steps or whatever the product, you want to emulsify. I have seen cases where, actually I'll demo this. So let's say you take your product and people put a little bit on. Let's just do that. And I've seen them do like this, like to get it on both. You see how that's not emulsified? It's not covering. It's just and they go straight to the hair like this. You are going to use so much product that you don't have to use because it's not being spread the way it needs to. A couple of things that help product move is emulsifying. We're moving it throughout our hands so that when we go in and we're going around that hair, we're getting it all in there thoroughly saturated. Another thing that helps is adding water. That also helps our products move. And so that's very important. As always, I start on the ends and I work my way up to the roots. So ends to roots. And I'm like kind of smushing, really, trying to get that product into that hair, onto that hair, and working it in. And this is before you're doing any type of detangling. You want to be thoroughly saturated with water and product.
All right, and so I know a few people are saying that the live is jumping around on us, so we're having a little bit of some connection difficulties, but hopefully you guys will still be able to keep up with us. All right, so I think it's time for another giveaway. We'll do a share giveaway, and then we'll jump right into a trivia giveaway. All right, so if you are just joining us for the first time, I see a few people saying like, oh, I just got in, what did I miss? We are using our lavender wash and go system on Ivory's hair, and we're going to be doing a different style from a wash and go today. All right, so the other thing is we're also going to be doing Black History trivia all night long. And if you order using tonight's code, that's WGW FEB12, you can not only get 20% off your entire order, but you'll get the first 100 or so orders will get a free Black History flashcard deck with their order. All right, so that is an extra bonus. So our second giveaway winner, our share giveaway, is Miss Consuela Wilson. Congratulations to Consuela Wilson. You get your very own lavender wash and go system featuring organic sweet almond oil. All you have to do is take a screenshot of the end of this live, send it to info@curlmix.com, and we'll get that sent out to you ASAP. So now on to our trivia. So Our first bit of trivia was relatively easy. It's Miss Serena Williams, a phenomenal athlete, tennis star, and just a global celebrity. So now we're gonna get a little bit more historical on you guys. All right, so the way this is gonna work, I have my Black History trivia flashcard, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the clues, and you can guess as one person, you can guess as many times as you need to. All right, and the first correct answer I see will be our winner. And I'm gonna keep reading until I get a correct answer. How's that? All right. So this prominent historical black figure was an author, folklorist, and anthropologist. All right. She spent her early years studying and collecting folklore throughout the South and the Caribbean as she worked to record the stories and tales of many cultures, particularly African American. All right. And then also, her 1920s Harlem apartment was a hot spot for social gatherings during the Harlem Renaissance. All right. Oh, it looks like we have a correct answer over on YouTube. All right, so our winner from YouTube, I see, I'm gonna give it to Nikki Yazzie on YouTube. So it's Zora Neale Hurston. She got the correct answer, and she got it really, really quickly. So congratulations to Nikki Yazzie over on YouTube. And I see now a lot of correct answers coming through. Thank you guys for participating, but we do have our winner. Congratulations, Nikki Yazzie. You are the winner of your very own lavender wash and go system. All right, take a screenshot of the end of this live, send it to us at info@curlmix.com along with your name and address, and we'll get that sent out to you ASAP. All right, so we are still on our step 2. We are detangling now. So in addition to step 2 is a little interesting because it's almost like a two-parter. Whenever you are doing a wash and go or using shampoo, conditioner throughout your routine, whether you're using CurlMix or not, you always want to make sure that you're detangling while you condition. And that conditioner does a couple different things. Number one, it helps to lubricate that hair so it reduces the friction and the pulling on your hair. Right? Friction and tension can lead to damage. So we want to make sure that our hair is lubricated and well conditioned before we start detangling. Right? And the importance of detangling is manifold. You want to get all that shed hair out of your head, right? And the reason, can you talk about that a little bit? I'll let Andra do it. I'll talk a lot, but we have Andra, our hair expert here. I'm gonna have Andra take that one. What's the importance of detangling and getting all of that shed hair out?
Yeah, so there's shed hair. We shed on average between 60 and 100 hairs a day. And so that is just the average. So you could shed more, you could shed less. And when we're going into detangle, it's very important that we use a detangling tool that is, I want to say, well paired with the head of hair that we have. And so if we have dense hair, like Miss Ivory here, we're needing to use something that actually gets in there and gets those shed hairs. If you don't, you can actually start to see the ends, because the ends are the oldest part of your hair, they are the most manipulated. Because that's the hair that's been on your head the longest. And so those ends can start to become damaged by not getting that hair out and frayed. And they're already older, and so they just need a lot of care, and making sure that you're getting that hair out is very, very important. And also when you're setting, if you're not getting that shed hair out, then you're trying to set hair that has shed hair kind of clumped and lumped inside, and it's just not in the condition to be styled at that point. So yeah, it's very important to get the shed hair out, and it's shed. It's ready to go. It's time to get it out, and so making sure that you use the appropriate tool is just as important.
All right, and so we noticed there is an issue with Facebook right now. It's a little laggy. So if you guys want, feel free to switch over to our YouTube live. We see a few people have had success with doing that because it's running relatively smoothly. But, you know, we try to do as best as we can here, but sometimes it's above us. But without further ado, I think it's time for another giveaway. If you guys are ready for another giveaway, let me see some likes. And then also, I wanted to say, if you guys have questions, make sure you ask those questions in the comments. It's very rare that you get to talk to not only one of the owners of a brand, but then also a hair care expert. So we do have a question that I would love for you to talk about. Since we were just talking about detangling, Andra,
yes.
Maya Williams on YouTube, she asks, will the brush work well on 2A, 2B hair? So you mentioned kind of using it on dense hair, but will a brush like that work on non-dense hair, I
Sure.
suppose?
So the answer is yes. One of the ways that this is built is to be able to, good, okay. It's tighter in here, and it's wider up here. So if you think about looser curls, we're able to get them when we're coming through here. It's just kind of going to catch everything, and that's why it's great that it's kind of going from smaller to larger. So yes, I would recommend using a detangling brush, just because you want to be as effective as possible. And it may be that you can finger detangle, or you can use a wide tooth comb or things of that nature, but the detangling tool will just usually make sure that you're getting everything out that needs to come out and not missing any spaces or pieces.
Alright, and so we had someone on Facebook, I believe it's Nate Johnson. She said, what can I do for psoriasis? So right away, if you have a medical condition or a skin condition that you are concerned about, the very first thing you should do is talk to a dermatologist. I'm not sure where you're coming in from, but there's typically going to be a state level dermatologist website or board to help you find someone in your area, or you can talk to your insurance company who might have a list of providers that you can reach out to. But that's going to be key for just about any kind of specific medical issues you might be having with your hair and or your skin. We always want to encourage you to reach out to a professional first before you go and try to solve a medical condition with products off of the shelf. There may be some underlying issues there that products won't address, and you might end up better or worse off because of it. But the key is you won't really know without speaking to your medical professional. All right, and so they can run tests and different things like that. But we talk about a lot. If you are looking for products that are going to fit in with your lifestyle, there are a lot of considerations that you can actually work through yourself. You can also take our quiz over at CurlMix.com if you're trying to figure out what product you need to order. But what are a few of those lifestyle considerations that might actually affect your routine? Andra, you want to cover some of that?
Sure. So depending, or what determining factors?
So yeah, when you're trying to choose products that work for your hair, how does your lifestyle come into play?
Yeah, so trying to decide, one, how much time you have is very important, because there's different products require different types of investment sometimes. Another thing is your job particularly dirty? Do you work with children? Do you have children? Do you have pets? All these different things affect how dirty your hair gets and how often it gets. Do you ride public transportation? Those types of things. So I would definitely take that into account. And also the look you're going for is important. So even though we're here for aesthetics, we want to make sure that we're also here for the health of the actual hair, not just what it looks like. So both of those matter. What style and look are you going for, and also what are your goals for the health of your hair?
All right, and then Tracy Akufo, she said, what about flaking? Why does CurlMix flake after drying? So Marla Wilson took a stab at it, and I really appreciate Marla Wilson's answer. She said, typically it's either too much product is being used, or you've not gotten your hair saturated enough with water. Marla, that is a great answer, and I've actually had this experience myself. So, like any gel, flaxseed gel will create a cast. That is how a gel works. And so a cast is basically a film that forms along the hair strand in order to lock down that hair pattern, right? And so how we set that curl is the way the flaxseed gel will keep it. And so that cast can form in a couple different ways, But if it's not hydrated enough, it might begin to flake. Or if we use too much product and we're not able to hydrate it enough, it might also flake. So there's a couple different things that you could be looking at. I know for me personally, whenever I get down to the bottom of the bottle, that's when I ended up overusing product, right? So I normally I know how to do a couple pumps on per section, and that works out great like it did today. And then sometime like last week, it was really crunchy, and I did have flaking a couple days later because I took the top, I was at the bottom, I took the top off, poured it out, and I was like, that looks like enough, and then slapped it on there. It was way too much product. So you can have different issues like that. So make sure, start with less product and then work your way up if you're not getting the definition that you need. But another thing to remember is that because it does form a cast, a lot of people will say, oh, my hair is crunchy or crispy, and that's also might be related to the water, but you should expect a slight crisp to your hair. That's how the cast works. So we get that question a lot, and thank you, Marla, and the rest of the community for helping out your fellow curl mixer. All right, so it's time for another giveaway, and our third sharing winner is Miss Colette Smith. Miss Colette Smith, thank you so much for sharing the live. You get your very own lavender wash and go system featuring organic jojoba oil. All right, congratulations, Miss Colette Smith. All you have to do is take a screenshot of the end of this live, send it to us at info@curlmix.com in an email, all right, and we will get that product sent out to you ASAP. All right, and without further ado, we also have more trivia along the way. We partnered with Urban Intellectuals who are the makers of the Black History flashcards, and we are going to be doing historical black women from history trivia tonight. All right, so we got another trivia question coming up. If you want to be eligible for any of these trivia giveaways, you have to share the live. I'm going to do this trivia, and then we'll get back to answering questions. All right, I got another one brewing up right here. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from the card. I'm going to read successive clues. You can guess as oftentimes as you need to, but the first correct answer I see will get that prize. I see J Magnums. They say, every time Tim mentions trivia, I get a little nervous. Oh no, this is supposed to be fun. No pressure. You know, everybody can be a winner because tonight you can get your very own Urban Intellectuals Black History flashcard deck with the purchase on CurlMix.com using the Wash and Go Wednesday code, which is WGWFEB12. So even if you don't win the trivia, you can still win. You don't have to be nervous. All right, so let's get started. This historical figure was an award-winning professor, editor, and novelist. All right? She was the first African-American woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature. She is the recipient of many awards, including the Pulitzer Prize, the NAACP Image Award, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And it looks like we have a correct answer. Congratulations to Sarah Martinez. Sarah Martinez was the first correct answer I saw, and that's over on YouTube. We had a few people from Facebook and a few people from YouTube. They started coming in fast. I think it was that Nobel Prize in Literature. That set everybody off. But congratulations to, I forget who I just said the name. Sarah Martinez, yes. Congratulations, Sarah. You get your very own lavender wash and go system. All you have to do, take a screenshot of the end of this live, send it to us at info@curlmix.com along with your name and address, and we will get that sent out to you ASAP. I think we should just go through. Let's do another trivia one. That was a lot of fun. Somebody actually just said, oh my God, I love trivia. I'm glad you guys are having fun. Let's just keep the fun rolling. All right, so I got another one all ready to go. So, also, what step are we on right now?
3, mixing
Yes.
with 4.
So we are adding step 3 and 4 basically at the same time. All right, and then we're gonna go through and then dry. Yes, we're going to dry at the end once we get all those products applied. All right, so let's get started on this next bit of trivia. I see Nate Johnson said, man, I am hungry for a box. Nate Johnson, this is your chance. Rachel Hodge said, did someone say trivia? Yes, Rachel, it's time. Get ready for our next trivia question. All right. Also, I see Angela. She had a little bit of trivia for us. She said, hey, Kim and Tim, where is the baby and Zuri? They are at home with their auntie and their grandmother having a good old time. And they are not here disrupting Wash and Go Wednesday. So they're doing great. Thank you for asking. But without further ado, here's our next bit of trivia. All right. This woman was a civil rights leader, feminist, crusader for justice, and a former slave. She became an activist after being forcibly removed from a train in 1884 because she refused to leave her first-class seat and moved to the back. Ooh, you guys are jumping the gun here, but I don't see a correct answer yet. She used her platform as a journalist to lead an anti-lynching crusade in the United States in 1890. Ooh, so this is a little older. I see a bunch of people mentioning Rosa Parks. It's similar, but it's a little older than Rosa. All right. She formed the National Association of Colored Women in 1896 and later co-founded the NAACP. And it looks like we have a correct answer. Miss Mariah Justice. Was she the first one? Yes. Mariah Justice was the first correct answer. Congratulations, Mariah Justice. You will get your very own CurlMix Lavender Wash and Go system featuring organic jojoba oil. Congratulations. So that one was tight. I had no idea Ida B. Wells also had a situation where she had to give up her seat. That's a really, really cool bit of trivia that I did not know before. So congratulations to those of you guys who caught it, got the correct answer. We are going to do a little bit more later, but give big ups to Miss Mariah. You are our winner. Right? And remember, in order to be eligible for any of the giveaways tonight, you have to share the live. And remember, you can still be a winner even if you don't get the trivia. All you have to do is use the code in the description of that Facebook video. It's WGWFEB12, and you can save 20% off your entire order on CurlMix.com, which is perfect. It's a huge discount if you have never tried CurlMix before, or if it's time to re-up, your family been using all of your stuff. This is the perfect opportunity for you, because you will also get your very own deck of Black History flashcards, all right, for the first 100 or so orders. We have a lot of stuff to give away, and I hope you guys get it, because this is a great opportunity not only to learn about Black history, but also to have fun all at the same time. All right. So thank you for all those folks who are, congratulating your fellow curl mixers. It looks like you guys are having a blast in the comments. All right, and I see a couple different. I saw a question earlier that I wanted to address, but I don't see it anymore. It was on Facebook, I believe, but I'll see if I can remember. So people asked about what was the answer. It was Ida B. Wells, but that was a different question. Maybe I missed it. But if you do have a question, feel free to put it in the comments, and that way we will get to it as soon as we can. If you don't get your question answered right away, feel free to repost it, all right? And we'll make sure we get to it if we can. All right, let's see. Don't worry too much about it. It looks like we lost it, but we will get. We will keep rolling through. So make sure to keep reposting your question throughout the evening if you really want it answered. All right. Oh, here it is. There's one on YouTube. Miss Sheena. She said, "How do you find out what your curl pattern is? I am new. I get it, Sheena. I think that's one of the first things that people hear about. Whether you are transitioning to natural hair, you just got your big chop, or you're just curious and you're looking to figure out where you kind of fit in this crazy natural hair world. There's so much information. There's lots of new stuff, and we want to make sure that you have a great opportunity to find your place. So one of the most common ways is to try to find like a hair match. We have that same kind of setup in our quiz, but that doesn't quite fit because, to be honest, using your hair pattern or let's say your hair type isn't everything that you really need to know about how to care for your naturally curly hair. And I would love it if Ansh can touch on some of the more important variables to look at when you're thinking about how you should care for your hair, and then later on what products you might use. But if you're hoping to get some information specifically about CurlMix, check out the quiz on the front page of our website. All right?
Yeah, so what to do, sorry, I'm over here styling. Rephrase that for me.
Yeah, so, and then we have another question for you after that. So what are some of the factors that you might look at when you're just new to natural hair and you're trying to figure out what to do for your hair?
Sure, so the first thing to ask is, what do you want to be able to do with your hair? That actually affects how you choose your products and which direction you should be going in. Okay. I'm good. What direction you should be going in and choosing products and things like that. So, for example, if I want to be able to rock a wash and go, the number one thing that I want as far as products are concerned is things that help my hair positively interact with water, because I want my hair to be hydrated. If my hair is dehydrated, then my curl definition isn't going to be as popping as it could be. My sets aren't going to last as long as they could. And so this really affects my ability to wear this style. And so I'm looking for something that can cleanse my hair properly of buildup. I'm looking for something that can help condition my hair. And these things that we call essential elements are really what dictate that. And so what the surface texture is of your hair, what your density is, what your curl pattern is, these things are a little bit different when you're working with a professional in the salon, and so it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do on your own, which is totally cool. Partner with a professional. We are waiting to work with you. But yeah, so to consider these things, what is it that I really want to do? And do these products help me? Hi Rachel, thank you for supporting. Do these products help me do what it is that I want to do? So yeah, if I am wanting hydration, then I don't want to use things that are blocking the water from my hair. And if I am using something, let's say it does have a purpose in my regimen that blocks water, then I want to be able to get that off properly so that I don't block the water from my hair over a long period of time. So it really depends on what you're going for.
And then we had one person, they wanted to know about the twisting, so I figured we could address that part as well.
Okay. Sorry, can we find that?
What's up? Oh, there. Why the Andrew twist?
Okay, sorry, still. Okay, why did I twist? So this is actually an opportunity to say, what do we do when we don't have a lot of time? Because a wash and go does take time. I've been able to get mine down from start to finish to 45 minutes. But I don't always have 45 minutes. And what we don't want, and I know you've done this because I've done it too, is you've neglected to shampoo and condition your hair because you can't style it the way that you want to. So you figure, like, this is about a week and a half old. Thank you. Yeah, so let's say I've got to get ready to go to work. I know a lot of people do their wash and goes before they go to work, but things happen. You got to get out of the door. You still want to go in, shampoo, condition, and style in a way that allows you to keep it moving if you can't go under the dryer or you can't grab your Dyson. So why I'm twisting is to demonstrate it's okay to still use a shampoo, a conditioner, moisturizer, and styler for this purpose. Now, the reason that it's okay, because let's say this is all you have, or this is what you want to stick to for whatever your preferences are. If I were doing a twist out, I would not use the gel. because you're setting a cast. When you break the cast, it's going to change the set. And so when you're doing a twist out, you're breaking that cast immediately, and it's not going to have natural wear from life. And so in this case, we're going to put some twists in that we're actually going to keep in. And yeah, you can actually do that. That means keeping up with your regimen. That means continuing to improve your hydration. And yeah, being able to work your way towards having the best hydrated curls that you can have.
All right. So I told you we were doing things a little bit different, and that's kind of the key difference tonight. So we're doing a little twist, and then also we're doing trivia, right? So then I also saw another question. Someone, no, not a question. The producer pointed out to me. He said, "Tim, you need to turn away and show us those curls." I think y'all really hyping it up, and I really appreciate that. But I also always want to say, number one, it takes time, right? It takes time to get your hair into a state that's great for wash and goes. And this is month 3 now. I think it's month 3. I have to go back and look. But every week you guys have kind of been checking in with me. And so for the last 3 months, I've been growing my hair out. Number one, so I can be a better example of the brand. And then also number 2 is I've never done it before either. So I'm right along with a lot of those folks who have those kind of questions where it's like, I'm a new natural. How do I find my way throughout this journey? And CurlMix is here to help you. So we want to teach you how to get the best wash and go ever. Yes, but we also want to teach you how to care for your naturally curly hair, whether you're using CurlMix or you're using something else or using hopefully nothing at all. But if you're just starting, this is a perfect opportunity for you to learn. And without further ado, we have more trivia along the way. I actually had to get out some more cards. I was like, I didn't know we were going to go through it this fast, but since you guys are loving the trivia, I say it's time to do more. All right, so I saw someone else had a quick question. Let me see if I can jump to that. Oh no, Ozzy R. He said, I'm going to make CurlMix my go-to wash and go products. I love that you have fragrance free. Yes, Ozzy, if you love fragrance free, it's because we made it specifically for you. All right, and so the thing about fragrance free is that if you have sensitive skin or you just don't like fragrances, or you have like small children you don't want to use fragrances on, that's completely okay. We have a solution for you. So you can use fragrance free. You can try out the jojoba line that we're using tonight, or you can do something else. If you're not sure what you can use, try our quiz. So go to curlmix.com right up at the top, take the quiz, and we'll give you a personalized recommendation based on your hair, your curl patterns, your lifestyle, and then also some of your hair preferences. Because you'd be so surprised just how much your own preferences can affect what products you might want to use. So say for instance somebody like me, I don't have a lot of hair and I don't have a lot of time either. I got 2 kids, 2 and under, and we're running a business, so I need to be in and out with my wash and go. And I thought like I had a different curl pattern and that my hair was going to be hard to manage, but it turns out I have these ringlets that I don't know where they came from, and then my hair ended up not being like as coarse as I thought it was. I ended up with like these really kind of thin strands versus what I thought were like wiry thread-like strands. So I've kind of learned, and then you guys will learn it as well. But the thing that I thought was going to work for me, the Vanilla Berry, which is my favorite fragrance, ended up being a bit too heavy for me. So I've now switched to the jojoba line, which is a little lighter and absorbs better and works better if you have, say, like a type 3 or a type 2 hair. You don't really need that castor oil. So I see V. Sherry McIntosh had another question. I'll answer this one and then we'll do the trick. Excuse me. Then we'll do the trivia. She said, when do you add the serum into the mix? So the serum is great on your body and it can be used to help break up the cast after everything is done. But the key for us is you don't just want to apply oil serum to your hair just willy-nilly. You want to make it make sense. So on our website, we put together a blog that shows you 10 ways that you can use the serum. I believe it's 5 ways on the hair, 5 ways on the body. But the great thing you can use it for is a hot oil treatment or to help break that cast, right? You don't need to use it every time. You don't need to use it as part of the system. It only has 4 steps. But that's a great question, and I want to thank you for asking it. All right, and then I'm going to get to Brianna's question. I'll have Andra answer Brianna's question after we do this next trivia, because that's one I don't want to miss. All right, so we're going to do more Black History trivia featuring prominent Black women throughout history and our Black History flashcard deck. And so I'm going to start reading clues, and all you have to do is guess who you think I'm referring to, and the first correct answer I see will win their very own Lavender Wash and Go system. All right, so first, this woman is a singer, songwriter, actress, and 12-time Grammy nominee. She is recognized as one of the most iconic singers of all time, with a career that spans over 4 decades. She achieved 12 #1 hits as a solo singer after we got some answers coming in. Just after ending her role as the lead singer of the Supremes in 1970. Who is this? And I believe Agdosha Ajawara got the first correct answer. So I saw somebody on Facebook posting stuff. I saw YouTube. They were going back and forth for a little while. But Agdosha Ajawara got the first correct answer that I saw. And it is Miss Diana Ross. So I saw some people say Aretha. I saw Janet. I saw Patty, Shaka. So close. But it is Miss Diana Ross. I was trying to go a little slow. You saw that on the Supreme clue, because I was going to give it right away. But I think they got it before I got to the Supremes one. So congratulations to you. Big ups for knowing your history. All right. So, I believe it was on Facebook. We had a quick question. We can scroll back up and actually address that. But Agdosha Ajawara was our winner, and you'll get your very own Wash and Go system, our Lavender Wash and Go system, featuring organic jojoba oil, which is perfect for moisturizing your hair. All right, and so Brianna asked the question. She said, how often can you shampoo without stripping your hair? And then, what are you all's thoughts on co-washing? Is it as effective as shampooing, then using a conditioner? I'm super new to all this. So I'm going to give Andra that first one, and then I'll answer the second one about co-washing, because that's something we covered quite extensively in the CurlMix University series that we did a little while back. And you can still actually go search CurlMix University on Google and it'll pop right up. We did a whole section on co-washing. But, Andra, how often can you shampoo your hair without stripping it? That's an interesting question.
So I love these questions because I get to nerd out. So what we talk about when we talk about stripping oftentimes is we're not feeling that kind of lubrication on our hair that we're used to. And so we have to make a distinction between hair that is moisturized and hair that is lubricated. There are things, products, all that type of stuff that can actually lubricate the hair, and then when you shampoo, the point of the shampoo is to go in, get that buildup, including old products, oils, all those things, and take it off. And so a lot of times what we'll call stripping is actually clean hair. That is a good thing. Now, there is a such thing as over cleansing, and that would be if the type of shampoo you're using definitely matters, and how often. Now, how much depends on your lifestyle factors. Do you have children? Are you working out? What kind of workouts are you doing? If you're working out 6 days a week doing HIIT versus doing 3 days a week doing yoga, are you a profuse sweater? These things matter for how often you need to shampoo to get, if your hair is itching or your scalp is itching rather and your hair is dirty, you can go ahead. But now what you're using matters. And so if you're using something that's super clarifying, you don't want to use that every day. You might even want to use it once a week, but it all depends on what you're using regularly and also what's going on with your scalp and your lifestyle.
All right, I love the Sarah Martinez. She said, "Nerd out, queen." So I totally agree with that. It's a lot goes into it. But then the follow-up question was about co-washing. In our system, co-washing is a no-no, and here is why. So first of all, we tend to believe that you can either cleanse your hair or you can condition your hair. We don't recommend trying to do both at the same time. But at the end of the day, what a co-wash is it is a weakened shampoo with conditioning elements that typically only adds to buildup. People use a co-wash when they don't have time to go through and fully cleanse their hair. But what happens is that creates another layer blocking out moisture from your hair. We would rather you just start over completely with cleansed, fresh hair than go in and add another layer and block out moisture that your hair sorely needs. Alright, so co-washing for CurlMix is a big no-no.
Can I speak to that?
Sure, Andrea wants to follow up.
Yeah, so one of the reasons that co-washing is such a huge thing is because a lot of naturals are afraid of that stripping aspect. And so instead of going in and cleansing properly, we're wanting to use something that's not so cleansing. Now, I talked about earlier, the scalp has those excretory properties, and it secretes, right, sweat, toxins, leftover hormones, things your body does not need. The same way that you bathe regularly, you gotta bathe your scalp regularly. And I know that that is something that we're nervous to do, but I'm telling you, it's very important. One of the dangers, I'm just gonna keep it real with you, that's why they call me her cousin. Your cousin keeps it real. So one of the dangers of not cleansing properly is becoming a breeding ground for pathogenic bacteria. Hair loss, a lot of times, can be caused by fungi, which can come from not cleansing properly or with the right types of things. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube and a lot of things as far as cleansing with things that are not meant for the hair or scalp. Okay, and so just being very mindful that you get it clean. You want it clean. It's not going to put you in danger, and especially if you're working with professionals, whether that is a licensed cosmetologist for your stylist and a dermatologist and these things like that, as you're using your products, so you can make sure you're doing what's best for you. There's some great general information, but you are very specific as an individual, as am I. So get the help that actually works for you, and make sure that you're staying on top of your cleanse, condition, two separate things: cleanser, conditioner, and styling regimen.
Alright, I wanted to read Jay Magnum's comment because it had me dying over here. Jay Magnum on YouTube said, I never really fully understand how co-washing is even a thing. Co-wash to me is like spraying yourself with perfume to mask the fact that you didn't shower. And that is one of the best analogies that I've ever heard about co-washing. It really is just a bandage that ends up hurting more than it helps for most people. So, it is 8 o'clock now, and I'm not sure how close we are with drying. We're probably pretty far away, but I do want to do at least one more trivia question before you guys go, and I want to give away at least one more. We'll do at least one more, maybe two if we have time. So you can win your very own lavender wash and go system. All right, all you have to do is share the live in order to be eligible to win. And if you don't win tonight, you can also make sure to save money on your order off anything at CurlMix.com from now until midnight using the code WGWFEB12. And that will also get you a free deck of Black History flashcards from Urban Intellectuals, which is what we're using to do our trivia tonight. All right, so the first 100 orders will get their own deck for free. Alright, and then also, let's see. Nope, we didn't. That wasn't another question. Someone was just saying, I'm so glad we got away from that co-wash hype. Yeah, so since we don't have any more questions, I think it's time to read another trivia question. So the way this trivia works, I'm going to read clues, and the first correct answer I see will be our winner. You can guess at any point in time. You don't have to wait till I finish. You just have to get it before everyone else. Alright, so here we go. This woman was a track star, a field athlete, and a philanthropist. Alright. She was ranked among the all-time greatest athletes for her talent in the long jump and heptathlon. Gotta make sure I say that right. Heptathlon. Oh, Jay Magnum, you're not horrible at trivia. Just guess. All right, she overcame severe asthma and went on to win 6 Olympic medals. Oh, we got a few guesses, not quite yet. And it looks like we do have a correct answer. Miss Marilyn Barber. I was going to read another one, and then Marilyn popped up with the correct answer. The correct answer is Jackie Joyner Kersee. Jackie Joyner. All right. So that went really, really quickly. I feel like I should do another one. I think you guys are excited. But Marilyn Barber, you are our winner. I believe Marilyn is the OG, triple OG. She knows what to do. But if you did win tonight, all you have to do, number 1, share the live. Number 2, take a screenshot of the end of this live. Send it to us at info@curlmix.com. And that is how we will get your prize sent out to you. All right, let's do another one. That was way, way too quick. And we still got a little bit more drawing to go. So this time we're going to take it international. We're going to take it international this time. So if you aren't sure you're up on your international Black women's history, make sure you get your Google food ready. All right, this woman was the 24th president of Liberia. Before becoming president, she had a successful career in banking and treasury. She was the first woman elected as the chair of the Economic Community of West African States, a union that promotes economic integration across 15 West African countries. I see the clues rolling in, and it looks like we have a correct answer. I was expecting to have to read a few more. But Shermone Wade. Shermone Wade. You are the first correct answer that I saw. And then also, I'm going to give it to King Key 11 as well. And then, yeah, so King Key 11 was the second person. They got the full name. I need to go back up on YouTube really quickly. I want to double check that that answer. Yeah, so it was Shermone Wade and then King Key 11. We're going to give it to both of you guys. So you'll get your very own lavender wash and go system. All right, and the correct answer for those of you guys who are asking, it was President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. All right. Congratulations, Shermone and King Key 11. So, yes. So we still need a little bit more time to start getting everything dried. I'm going to go through a couple of different questions. And then also we'll have a little bit of an announcement. So I talked about something earlier, way in the beginning of Wash and Go Wednesday. And it was just a little hint. But for our... It was just a little hint. But I'm going to go into it. I'll give another quick hint. So I told you guys one of the reasons for the great results I've gotten this time with my washing up is because I deep conditioned for the very first time. So I don't know if you guys are used to deep condition or if you've done it before. It was kind of a new process for me. Number one, I had never used one of those like plastic bonnets before. And then number two, I never really like kept product on my hair for an extended period of time to kind of see how it would go. It was always like, you know, use it, rinse it out in the shower, or maybe a styling product like our moisturizer and our gel. All right, so we have been launching really cool options. Oh, see, I see J Magnum said, "What do you use to deep condition, Tim?" People want to know. We have been launching something really cool over the last couple of months called CurlMix Fresh, and it is our way to do small batch handmade products that are limited edition, so you guys can experience something new, something fun, and something that we feel like you guys can have in your regimen. One as part of either your hair, your skin, your body. It could be a lot of different things, but it's a way for us to experiment and then have you guys try out new stuff. Alright, so I deep conditioned for the first time, but be on the lookout for this month's CurlMix Fresh. And actually, we had a question, and I want to let Andre answer that because I saw somebody, they were like, "Tim, where is your bonnet?" And I actually brought it today, so I'm going to show you guys my bonnet. I'm going to go grab it. So Tracy Akupo, they said, do I have to split my hair into 8 sections to do a wash and go? Right, that's a great question.
Hi Tracy. So yeah, sections are about control. So you use as many sections as you need. It's not really about what you have to do. Yeah, I do 2 sections sometimes. Sometimes I do 4 sections. Depends on how much energy I have, how much time I have. So if you need to do 8, do 8. If you need to do 16, do 16. And the point is to increase in performance. So you're getting better and better at handling and caring for your hair. And then you're able to maybe decrease some of those sections. Or then maybe you can't. Maybe you just got a whole lot of hair and you're like, nope, I feel most comfortable with this, but your time increases, things like that. So you're doing what works for you. Yeah, so Evelyn says she does 4. Yeah, 4 works for me. And if I'm like, because if I you know, you do your hair regularly, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time detangling because it's not getting a whole lot of tangles and things in there. And so whatever works for you as far as sectioning is what you do.
Yeah. So that's funny. Kim uses, I think we did 16, sometimes 18 sections, and then she'll twist everything up after she does those sections. So that way she gets a little bit more control. She gets the product out of her face, out of her way, so she can continue to work around her head. She's got way too much hair. She got enough hair for 2 or 3 heads. But I got the bonnet. So this is my bonnet. Kim got it for me, even though she didn't really get it from me, let's be honest. She got it, she didn't want it, it was sitting around the house, so I claimed it as mine. Kim is actually kind of embarrassed of my bonnet, but I'm okay because I know I am protecting my hair. So shout out to the bonnet gang. I'm officially in it. You know, I got my bonnet in, I'm happy, and I've been using it to protect my hair almost every single night. There are some times when I do forget my bonnet, but I know that it's a lot easier to remember when I just keep it by the bed versus like, you know, I take it off in the bathroom and then forget it, blah blah blah. I just take it off first thing in the morning, toss it on the nightstand, and then it is ready for the next day. And of course I had to get it in like the CurlMix teal. Of course it's a little darker, but I'm okay with that. And then let's see. Oh, people are asking what line I used in my hair. So I've been using the jojoba line in my hair to do my wash and goes. You can use whatever the quiz tells you, or do what's appropriate to your hair. Let me read the comments. They said, yes, Tim, a member of the bonnet gang. They said, way to go, Tim. You wear your bonnet high. I do. Thank you guys. They said, that's right, Tim. Wear that bonnet. Listen, if you have curly hair, you have to protect it. That's one of the keys that it takes some time to learn if you're just new to it. You can either go with the satin bonnet, silk bonnet, the scarf, or the pillowcase, the satin pillowcase or silk pillowcase, because we do have some pillowcases available for sale on the website now. So I know that was a huge hit during Black Friday, and if you want to get one, make sure you check it out on the website in the header under hair tools, right? That way you can get your very own pillowcase, but also check out any great bonnet will work to help protect your hair. And the reason we do it with satin or silk is because cotton, cotton, felt, fleece, a lot of the things that your blankets and pillows are made out of absorb moisture from your hair, but satin gives you a little bit more protection. Satin and silk absorb less moisture, and then they also are less, they apply less friction to your hair, so you don't get as much breakage as well. So when you're sleeping, you don't know what you're doing at night, you're rolling around, your pillow is soaking up that moisture, those turns are breaking off pieces of your hair. You want to get that hair protected. So a bonnet is great, but if you have other protection methods, say for instance you have long hair, you might need to double up on your protection methods. Feel free to go crazy. As long as you're protecting your hair, you got it. Yeah, they said, so so happy you finally showed it, Tim. You are very welcome, Take Curls. I wouldn't leave you guys hanging for too long. I really just forgot it. It said, Tim, do you have the CurlMix pillowcase? You know what's crazy? I actually don't have my own CurlMix pillowcase, which is kind of ridiculous. Kim has it, and sometimes I'll like steal her pillow if she's not in the room. but I should definitely just get my own CurlMix pillowcase. I could grab it from the warehouse. I just haven't forgotten it. But you know what? The bonnet works just fine. I'm doing all right. Let's see. Curly Ever After. She said she used the rose last night, and my gosh, I loved it. I love that you loved your results with the rose. And then let's see, we had another comment over here. How often should I use oils in my hair? That's a really great question. Nay Johnson from YouTube. You want to tackle that one, Andra? All right.
Hi, Nay. So, how often should you use oils? If you're talking about raw oils, things that are kind of like just kind of off the beauty supply shelf, or maybe from like Target or Walmart or whatever, never. So the thing about oils and butters is they can have a place in proper product formulation. Raw oils and butters, they're no-go. They are what I like to call water blockers in that raw form, and so you take it and you put it on your hair for what you think is sealing it or holding in moisture, and what actually happens is, because hair is like fabric, that oil starts to stain the hair. So even though you think when you're going into shampoo that you're getting it off and things like that, after so long it's not working that way, and that allows the hair, or causes the hair rather, to become chronically dehydrated because oil and water don't mix. So if I take a plate of spaghetti, we all know how you got the leftover sauce and all that stuff, and then you go in to rinse it. So let's say you're trying to get water in, it's not coming off, and it's also not penetrating. It's not going to get to that plate. You have to go in and get a shampoo that has surfactants, or a detergent rather, to clean that dish. Now hair, you use products with the proper surfactants as far as cleansers, but hair is different from that plate. It will stain. And so that's a long process of trying to get to hydration when the hair has been slathered and layered in those oils and those butters. So I would say no. If you want to wear your hair natural, naturally curly, loose curls, or even in twists and things like that, hydration is the move. That's what you want. You want hydrated hair, and the way to get that is to use properly formulated products to cleanse, condition, and style on a regular basis. And remember that water is the secret ingredient.
All right. So Andra had amazing points. That's why she's an expert, right? That's why we go to her. Somebody said something I want to address. It was like, it's no coincidence that Kim got his bonnet when Kim wasn't here. You know what? It is just a coincidence. Kim would have loved to seen me in my bonnet on Washing on Wednesday if she were here. It's not an issue. But the other thing is, we are approaching late. So while we're not done drying yet, I do kind of want to show you. Oh, okay. All right. So looks like we're having a couple of technical difficulties. But we are going to have to wrap up soon. We kept you guys a little bit late. I do want to finish it off with a couple different things. Number one, if you have not tried CurlMix, or if you're looking to re-up, make sure you use the code WGWFEB12. That's Wash and Go Wednesday, February 12th. That will save you 20% off your entire order. All right, and then also for the first 100 orders, they will get a free Black History flashcards deck with their order, completely free. All right, and then remember, if you won tonight, make sure you take a screenshot of the end of this live, send it to us at info@curlmix.com. If you are on YouTube right now, make sure you subscribe to our CurlMix channel. It is the other place for you to not only interact with us on Washing on Wednesday, but to get all of our great video content served up regularly. All right, so if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, follow us there as well. And then, of course, thank you all for joining us. Another Wash and Go Wednesday in the books. We will be back next week with Kim in tow to show you guys how to get the best wash and go ever using the CurlMix method and our simple 4-step system. You guys have a great night, and I will see you next week.